So it is alleged that Shebeshit was involved in a road rage, that he ended up shooting a certain driver on the leg, right? And then his lawyer had said that, well, it was self-defense. It was self-defense. And allegedly, some people were saying that Shebeshit got arrested. Some are saying allegedly Shebeshit got released on Thursday. And then some are saying that, allegedly, we're still investigating. But for the mere fact that the lawyer said, well, it was self-defense, it actually shows that this story, it was not alleged. It actually happened. That's what happened. Shebeshit was involved in a road rage, and then he ended up shooting somebody on his leg, on the leg. He ended up shooting somebody on the leg, and then now there's an attempted murder case against the guy. That's what's happening. And my thing is, why are we acting surprised? Like, Ushebe Mabena, wenzeni? Come on, man. We know this is Shebeshit. Actually, this is the Shebeshit we know. I'm not saying that I support his behavior or I agree with his behavior, but that's the Shebeshit we know. Come on, man. Why are we all acting surprised? Maybe we are surprised because after having a massive hit record, there's this song that just got released, I think 2 months ago or a month ago. It's called Ratolaka. Ratolaka with Zingumal. After giving us a hit song, this guy just decides to be involved in some bullshit. So if the case is too substantial, and I saw somewhere the police officers were saying that if there's anybody who have a footage of what happened, they should just try to take it to the police station so that the case can be stronger. And I mean, what stops me from sending this to Shebeshit and be like, if you want me to delete it, give me 10K. I mean, I might say that, but I'm sure there are so many footages out there that includes him and the guy being entangled in this fucking road rage, right? That he ended up shooting the guy on the leg or in the leg. You see this fucking English, man. English is not our mother tongue, but we try. We try. So I don't know, man. I just find it funny that the people are acting surprised, or the fans are acting surprised that Shebeshit actually did that. Allegedly. I mean, like I said, that's the Shebe we know. That's the Shebe we know, man. But when you are wrong, you should allow other people to reprimand you. That's what I'm trying to say. So, but I guess it is what it is, man. Let's stop talking about this alleged bullshit and focus on the real stuff. On the real stuff. I want to try to talk about the Miss South Africa 2025 before we can close the show, right? So, the Miss South Africa 2025 happened, right? And Kawega Zimazalin, she won the competition. I don't know if I should say it's the competition or the pageant. Is it the pigeons or the pageant? Pageant. Whatever, man. But I just want to say shout out to Kawegazi. Shout out to Kawegazi for winning the thing, man. And I don't know if it has become a formula or what, because ever since Zozibi Nditunzi won the Miss Universe or Miss South Africa, something like that, I'm not sure. Ever since Zozibi Ndi won the competition years back, it has become a formula that whoever that's gonna win the competition, it's either they're gonna have to be bald or they gotta have a short hair, because it looks like that formula is actually working. It's working. I mean, it's been a while we've seen someone with weaves and wigs and extensions or shit like that having to win the competition, right? So, but I guess maybe it's more about being relatable and being likable and showing your true self and being well spoken, that you know what, I actually got it. I wasn't given this on a silver platter. I actually worked hard for it, you know. So ever since Zosie won it like that, it has become a formula that in order for you to win the Miss South Africa competitions, it's either you have to be bald or have a short hair, something like that. That's the stand currently. So, but I mean, shout out to her, man. Shout out to her. I don't wanna look like I'm fucking hating. And I mean, she's beautiful. Kawegas is beautiful, man. She's beautiful. And I think the last one who won, the previous one, not the last one, the previous one was from Venda, and then Zosie was from Eastern Cape, or let me just say she's Xhosa. So Zosie was Xhosa, and then Turufazo was Venda, and then this one is Zulu. Sekushota Matswana namandebele namaswati namapedi nje yabo namasotho. Who sithi lena guys? Who sithi lena? So lena le tlo wina neng? Le tlo wina neng? I mean, you guys gotta represent at some point. At some point. So, but yeah, man, shout out to Kawegas Mazelan. Mazali. Yeah, it's Mazalini, right? Shout out to her, man. One more time. Shout out to her, man. Shout out to her. I just don't want to talk bad about the competition. I just gotta say my piece and be like, shout out. Let them see that we are actually aware of what they are doing, you know. And then walk the fuck off, man. Walk the fuck off. Anyway, this is me and this is you. I'm out.
We live in a world where the system and capitalism turns a blind eye on its hoi polloi. As we all know that nothing is permanent, I welcome you all to the Lung Tray segment where we're gonna talk, share, listen, and laugh if it's laughable. So sit back, relax. I'm your host, Trejo Tebo here. See you soon.
Trejo Tebucho from Turf Loop, but currently residing in Brakpan. I'm a scriptwriter and a filmmaker. I've always wanted to study film and TV production, but due to lack of funds, I ended teaching myself how to write scripts, shoot, edit, and direct short films and podcasts. I started a YouTube channel, Lung Tray Studio, where I shoot short films and podcasts on my